What's going on, everybody? I wanted to hop in here and say what's going on, some of you guys and ladies out there. And I want to get into something in regards to learning rules of court, etc. Because it's possible for you guys to do this. And I think sometimes people think that, you're trying to be a lawyer or or I'm trying to teach people to be a lawyer or to disrupt the system. And in my opinion, I don't understand. Well, not in my opinion, but I really don't understand how you could come to that conclusion. I'm just trying to give people the ability to fight or have knowledge to be able to fight for themselves in cases or that. So I'm not giving any legal advice. I'm really just giving legal information. So most of these people can Google this, put it together, put their own letters together, and do their stuff on their own. So I'm not trying to give legal advice, so I'm not going through a long diatribe, but I just want y'all to know that. And with that being said, we're going to get into how, you can use certain things when you get into court, or not get into court or get into situations to help. Because I always want to help people. So if they do meet me, um, they can, or, we do consultations or whatever, I can make it more fruitful for the person, so they can learn a lot quicker. Because sometimes it's hard when you don't work with somebody or you don't know the level of knowledge or their learning style. So there's easy ways if you don't really know your way around the so-called, I mean, know your way around the courtroom. There's easy ways to find information on the rules. So sometimes you might hear me say something like, sometimes the reason why the court doesn't respond to you in a certain way is because your timeliness or you're not following the rules of court. And some people say, "Oh, you don't have to follow the rules of court," and all that stuff. And I understand their way, what they're saying, but the rules of court are for people who are legitimately suing people. Like if a business, like lawyers do this all the time. They say, "I'm representing a business," and and they're really the debt collector. You know what I'm saying? So they hope you fall for the caption of the case and then fall and become liable. And that, in my opinion, that's fraud, and they should really be have to pay high penalties for doing that. Because they trick. That's how a lot of people get in it. There's a lot of information where you can learn how to deal with the court system and the rule. So yeah, sometimes the attorneys will sue you under a caption that can trick you, and you won't understand it, and you'll get caught up and start arguing stuff, and you're not even understanding you're in a fraudulent case. But you can go on the state bar itself and find county local rules. So if your state should have something like this, if not, you can get a pro se litigants guide. And to be honest, it'll at least show you how to put a pleading together. So if you have to fight something, you can defend it on your own. So I thought that this would be a lot of information for people, and pretty much an explanation of timeliness. When I say stuff like timeliness, it's about following the court rules. And one of the reasons I said that, again, one of the reasons when I said that the rules of court are for people who are legitimately suing people, the attorneys who are using these courts to, act as they're acting on behalf of corporations. They're not really using it legitimately. A lot, not all, but I'm saying, a lot of them. These third party debt collectors, etc. So that's what I'm trying to say. Because all lawyers are not bad. So I want, if you're a lawyer and you want to give feedback in my comment section, I'm not against any of that. The trolling, the wasting my time going back and forth and just stating random words, you're kind of distracting the purpose. Because I wanted this to be a place where you could speak freely. If you don't agree with me, I'm cool with that. But there's the trolling stuff. I ain't got time for that. And with that being said, I'm out.